Hey friends, welcome to our Tagging Tuesday. Hope everybody is doing well. We're working on getting everything going here. I'm solo tonight. My sweet friend Abby deserved the evening off, and she's enjoying time with her family before school starts and celebrating some of their birthdays. And so I am going to tackle tagging tonight, just me, and I have some screens to share, so hopefully it will go well, and technology is going to love me tonight. So y'all drop in the chat how things are going. Can you believe, while I'm clicking all the buttons, right? Can you believe that it's like 4 weeks away from our sale? Less than 4 weeks away from our sale. And I am with you guys. I have not completed my tagging either. So we are in the same boat. But let me tell you, once you get started, you start knocking things out. So today I did some background work for the sale and getting things ready behind the scenes, but I've gathered up all my shoes, and so I have these blue bags that I purchased on Amazon, and I wonder if I have one here in the room that I could just show y'all real quick. This one is full, so I don't know if you can see. There's my awesome bag. I buy them on Amazon. I don't know. I have a lot now, but they're like perfect for moving things. And so anyways, I have cleaned my shoes. My shoes are prepped, and I just dumped them all in a blue bag, and I have them downstairs ready for me to do tagging. And so that's my next step. That's on my to-do list tomorrow. I am a believer in gathering like things together and then tagging them at once. It just, for me personally, seems to go faster. So I've already done my clothes. My clothes are now gone. So if my friend Allison is watching, you'll be so proud of me. They're going to make it to the sale this time. But so that's what I've been up to. Let's see. Let me just read through my notes. I want to stay on topic since I don't have Abby. Just a quick recap. We're 4 weeks out. Our sale is September 2nd through the 6th with drop-off on September 1st, which is Labor Day. You need to schedule a drop-off appointment for either the 1st or the 2nd to drop off your items to sell with us. And then the evening of the 2nd is our Friends Night Out event. That is a limited event for a very small amount of parents, and there are no kids, and we do a little bit of extra fun. We have sweet treats, and so those tickets are available online, and that ticket you're buying is that you are the first people in the door. You get first pick of everything that comes to the sale. So whenever we do our sneak peek that night, those shoppers are getting those items that evening, and so that's really fun. Our ladies enjoy it. Sometimes we have like best friends who come together, and on the way out, they get a sweet treat and a drink, and it's just a sweet time and lots of shopping, right? The things that they come for. And then the next day is our pre-sale day. So our pre-sale day is timed entry so that we can control our crowds and our shopping line, turn over the parking lot and things like that to keep people moving through the building. And so you can purchase tickets if you're a first-time parent in the afternoon. There are free tickets available for you. If you're a hometown hero, that means you are a nurse, you are a teacher, you are a policeman, you work at the hospital. Anything that you do to serve us well, you get to shop that evening, and those are also free tickets. So you just have to bring in your ID to show that at the door, proving that you are one of our hometown heroes. And I think that shopping starts at 5. It may be 4. I'd have to look at the calendar, but that is our pre-sale. So that's everybody gets to shop before the public comes in. And then Thursday and Friday are our public sales, with Saturday being our last day, and that is our half price sale where most items go half off. And so, y'all, it's here. I'm so excited. So that's a little bit about the sale, and so let's just get to it. We're going to talk about tagging today, how to tag in the system, and it looks so nice. Let me share my little screen here. So our tagging site got an upgrade, and now it's beautiful, and our JBF colors, and it's looking really great. So this is just talking about creating your tags, and there are two ways to do that. You can do that on your computer, or you can do that on your personal device, your iPad, your cell phone. We have two different ways to do it. So we're going to walk through the different ways. There's a little bit of different things that you can do if you're doing it on your phone, and just so that you can see the full process of doing that. But the first thing that you have to do before you can tag is you have to create an account. And so I'm not really sure if you can probably not see me moving my mouse here. So on the left at number 1, this is where you're going to create your account. And it's going to be very simple. You're going to put in your email address, and then you're going to put in your information and create your account. And then it is going to assign you a seller number. And so if you look at the second picture there where it has, it says your name. Let me get it bigger so that I can see it. You guys are really small on my screen. So it says, let me get a little bigger. So on number 1, we've created our account, and then we go down to number 2, and that's where you're going to click create, and it's going to generate your number. And so on the second screen there, where number 3 is, at the top it has your name. It gives you a consignor number, and your consignor number is really important for you to remember, because that's how, when the sale is over, if you are not donating your items, we sort all of your items to your consignor number. That number is on all of your tags, and that's how we gather your items together and keep them for you to come pick up. So, and then underneath that, we're still on our phone, and so it says your name, your consignor number, and then you have a rectangle that says tagging, and then you have a little sprocket that says account settings. So that's kind of your main menu there on the phone. The next number 3 says my events. And this is really important when it is time for you to go in and tag your items. You want to say, hey, I'm selling my items at Houston Northeast. And that tells the computer to push your tags to my system so that whenever you come to the sale, we have all of your tags downloaded and in our computer systems when we're at the sale. And that's how we ring you up and keep track of everything that is tagged for you. And then on down, so it says upcoming events. And so based on your zip code, it usually tells you which sale is closest. And so being in the Houston area, there are several sales. You want to pick Houston Northeast, and it'll say the dates there, that it's September 4 through 6. That just means the public dates. And you're going to want to say sign up there. It's a pink button. And that is going to, when you click on that, that's going to say, okay, and it's going to assign you. You're going to say, I'm consigning, I'm a shopper. You can add yourself to my email list. And then you submit that, and then it gets you in our system, pulls your tags, and then we're going to send you a confirmation email with next steps for how you claim your drop-off appointment. Okay, so now you've done all of that. You are ready to sell. So you go back into your tagging account. You've got all your stuff together. We're going to start with number 4. You're going to click on that tagging button. It's a little bitty tag. So that rectangle is number 4. Okay, everybody good? Yeah, y'all show me some love in the chat so I can make sure that, you guys are seeing me. See, we've got 4 people on. And I may just not be able to see it. So our next little slide here is creating the tags. And so I want to first talk a little bit about what our tag looks like. So we're going to look at the big tag. So again, I told you that it's going to assign you a consignor number. So you see that it says A123BCD. That is your consignor number. It's there really big. That's how we sort with that number, but it's also at the very top in the right-hand corner, really small. The next things you'll see is that you have your price. That's in the lower right-hand corner. And that's where your price is. If your item is staying full price, it would have a star there. But this example, it has a D on it. You see the D. That means that this item is going to be donated. So If it were half price sale day and I was looking at this tag, I would know that this item is $5.50. It's half price day, so it's going to go half of that. So you guys can do the math. And then if this item does not sell, then this item is going to be donated at the end of the sale to our charity partners here in Northeast Houston. And if this item were to remain full price, like I said, you would have that star instead, and it says full price on it. But then the other option is you can have no star and no D. And that just means that you're reducing your item for half price, and you're going to pick up your item when the sale is over. So that's a little bit about your tags. Your, let me think about it. Also on there will tell you the category in the left side under where it says just between friends. It tells you what category, if you have a category that you can put your tags underneath. And it also tells you the date when your tag was created. So that's important for us in JBF because our tags are only good for 2 years. So after 2 years, the system rolls them over and they fall out of our system. So we can no longer pull that data. So I would say best practices, if your item doesn't sell in the spring, but say it was like an item that really would have gone in the fall. So you put it in your sale again. Oh, well, it didn't sell the second time. So maybe you need to reduce your price. Maybe you have it as full price and it needs to go half price. But maybe you just need to make some tweaks to your pricing. Maybe you have it too high. Maybe you need to bundle that item so that that item will sell. I would suggest after 2 rotations, you definitely reduce your pricing or bundle your item. But if you choose not to, then this tag will work for 2 years. Okay, so that's a little bit about our tag. So now we're going to talk about, and of course, this is really small. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen, but it's that top long bar. This is actually what the tagging site looks like on the computer. And I'm having to move mine over so I can see it. So when you're in the tagging system, your tag has several important parts. It has the category. So we want to know, is it baby gear? We want to know, is it girls' clothing? Is it shoes? Is it a book? Is it a toy? Those are the different types of categories. Mommy Mart is a category. Next, we want to know size and type. So depending on the category, you get to choose your size or type. So if you pick girl clothing, then it would have all of the girl sizing. That would be a pull down. So I would pick girl clothing, and then I would pick size 3T because this item is a 3T. And then my description. So I want to be descriptive because if that tag comes off the item, we want to be able to find it so that we can sell that item for you. So this is a really great example of how they used the item is Oshkosh is the brand. So we know that the color is purple. So that's also great. So if I found an Oshkosh purple jacket on the ground, I'm already getting better at what I can find because we're searching thousands of items to find this one item, but it has a butterfly on it. So there's something there. So if you had, I'm thinking Oshkosh, corduroy overalls, boys, and you can say the color. And so you want to be as descriptive as possible. If you were doing a book, I like to put book and then the title of the book. And if it's a hardback or if it's a board book or if it's a paperback, I also personally like to put that in there too. But usually the title is enough for us to find it. So those are our category. We have our size and our type, and we have our description. Okay, the next little box over is your pricing. And so your pricing has to be in 25-cent increments. So you can do $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, or $2. Those are the increments that you can do for your pricing. The next little box is called reduce. And so that is what allows us to let your item sell for half price during our half price times. So you want to select that box if you want your item to go half price. If you do not select that box, then the full price star will show up on your items. Then our next little box is our donate box. And so if you would like to have your item donated, you would check that box, and that puts the D for donate on your tags. You leave that box empty if you do not want to donate your items. And if you're like me, some of my items I do want to donate. I don't want to bring them home, but maybe some of my nicer items that are seasonal, I will bring those back home and put them in the next sale if they weren't able to sell that time. And then you also have a quantity number over here. So say that my daughter has 4 pair of jeans. She has, they're the same type jean. They're the same jeans, and I'm selling them separately. So I have Gap, size 12, bootcut jeans. I can put in there 4 in the quantity, and it will print me 4 labels for the 4 separate pairs of jeans. And each one has their own number for when we scan it in. So that's a nice way if you have a duplicate of an item that you can sell more than one. Okay, moving on. So now we're going to talk about rapid entry. And I had mentioned earlier that I like to tag like items with like items at the same time. And I do that because I can use the rapid entry function here, which is really, really nice. And so when I say rapid entry, you're like, what do you mean? And so again, we're going to go through that category. I'm going to pull up that I am tagging shoes, right? And instead of it just showing on number 1, it's going to show on all my tags, my tagging spots down on the screen, all of them shoes. And so then I go into size, and I'm tagging a size 10 because I've got all my size 10 shoes. And so now they all say shoe size 10. And I just have to go in and put in my descriptions of what the different shoes are. Now you can also do the price, or you can leave that blank and do your pricing separately. It totally depends on you, how you want to do that. So again, you want to select the category and it will carry it down from the form. Select your size. That one will carry down. Your price will carry down. And if you make a change when you're going through it, so say you do your 5 shoes that were size 10. Okay, well now I'm on shoes size 11. When I change size 11, then everything below it goes to change 11 to size 11. I'm so sorry. And you can do that. And it just speeds the process up of having all the different things. So Samantha says, I've been doing them one by one. Yes, it saves so much time. I really love this function. I am personally a computer tagger, I think, because I'm old school. And so you guys let me know how you like it on your phone, because it is definitely possible on that also. Okay, we're going to go. Let me make sure. So it speeds up your entry for clothing, same size, gender, books, toy bundles, and other like items. And so rapid entry is amazing. Okay, let's talk about your mobile phone. So you're on your phone, you got your iPhone out, and you are entering. So I didn't realize this until, they taught us that if you're doing it like this, you're just seeing that top part of your category. And guys, I can't see it. It's so small. Let me pull my screen up behind here. It's showing everything that we had just talked about. Again, that it has your category, your size, if you want to reduce or donate, all of those things. But if you rotate your phone to the right, you get that full line just like we had on the computer. And so for rapid entry, and I need to try this so that I can also see what it's looking at. So just switch it, and then you can go down by, line by line. I think that that's really cool. Let's read through it. So you rotate it to landscape, and you can click on the menu button to minimize the menu. And so if that menu is sticking out, and that's what is showing in number 2 where it says tagging, when you minimize that menu button, it shoots it over so that you can see what you're actually working with. It says all of the functions are the same as on the desktop site. Guys, we're learning this together. I need to really try this. I played a little bit with it, but I just haven't. Okay, some other tagging tips when you're doing on your iPhone or your other device. It says, I love this. Save it before you sleep. It says, we get it. We're moms. Being interrupted a million times a day is what we do. If your phone goes into the lock screen, you will have to reload your tagging site. So save your tag before your phone goes to sleep. So that's a great tip, because you don't want to do all this work and then it goes to sleep. This is just from experience. I save often when I am doing tags, because you guys know the world of computers, sometimes just things happen and they lose work that we've been working on. And so I tend to at least every 3 tags personally. But, it just depends on how much of a groove I'm in. If I'm doing shoes and they're like all the same size, I can easily knock out 10, hit save, and go into the next screen. Okay, but this is the one that I really, really like. And I have tried this and it has been amazing. I do have to go, I guess I have too much of a Texas twang. I do have to go in and fix some of the words, but you can talk text to it. And so you put in there, and so when you have it in your rapid entry, you could say whatever your shoe is and just talk to it, and it types it out, which I think is amazing. And then you can actually save it. And if you wanted to, you could go on your computer and clean it up before you printed your tags, whatever works best for you. But a lot of people love that they can do the talk to text feature. You just place your cursor in the description box and click the microphone and go. So I love that. That's a neat little feature. I'm trying to be more. I didn't even show you guys. Let me show you. There it is. I was clicking it on my other screen. So this is where we were talking about the save before you sleep. And then the talk to text, where it shows you that little blue microphone. I know it's so small. But I will put these in our consignor group. If you're not part of our consignor group, it is a great place with lots of resources, and you can ask seasoned sellers questions, and people are pretty good about, especially now that we're getting into season, will answer your questions. We also have a chat feature in there if you want to text Abby or I and ask us a question. That's something that's also in there. We have guides. We have all kinds of things. There's some contests going on right now, so you can earn some extra money, things like that. It's a great group to join. Okay, now since we are still talking about the mobile devices, we're going to talk a little bit about iPads. I think that sometimes when you're using your iPad, it wants to print our tags really small. And so in this graphic, I want you to look at number 2, and there's that black X, and you see how, I don't know, I would say that's like 2 to 3 inches at the bottom of the page. We don't want that. We want your tags to take up the whole frame of the printer paper when you're printing. And that's for when we're scanning your tags at the sale, so that we can capture the right data. So let's walk through this one. If you're on your iPad, you're going to select your printer. It says if your tags appear to be too small on the print preview, then you will need to print to PDF. So you select download and you go to the Acrobat PDF file. And then it tells you, that's in number 3, you can see the file name. And then it says print the tags from the PDF file view in a new window. And so that's what we're seeing in number 4. And you can see between number 2 and number 4 how much wider the edges of those tags are. We want the tags to almost go to the edges. And so that, again, is so that we can track your tags at the sale, so that we're getting great scans and we're not making errors when we're having to, if we had to manually punch that in because it was too small for the scanner. Okay. The next thing is, this is what it looks like for when you are in your computer view of the tagging site. And so this is the print screen for that. You're going to, when you have that open, you have 2 options for number 1 to select your tags to print. If you are ready to print all your tags, you're going to check the very first box on the left that says all tags. But if you only want to print the selected tags that are on the screen that you're looking at, and that's that first screen, I think it holds about 20 tags, you can just say all the tags on this page. But hey, I messed up on one of my tags and I put $3,000 instead of $3. So I only want to reprint that one tag. I can go in and select that one tag. You're going to put the checkbox that's to the left of the little pencil. So my top one there says it's a black jogger. I just check that one. And then the next step is you go print selected. And so you check that, select that button. And when you punch that button, it brings you up to the page where number 3 is. And it is showing you your tags again. And there you have a very little printer there. I've got it circled. And you just select print. And then you remember you want to print all of your tags on cardstock. And if you want to know why we use cardstock, it's because regular printer paper, these clothes are moved throughout the sale and so many people are touching them. We need a heavier weight or those tags just fall off. The most important thing that you can do at the sale is make it to where your tag stays on your item. That way we can sell your item. It's really hard sometimes when we have a blue pair of pants and they lose their tag. Well, there's a ton of pair of blue pants if we don't have the right description. And so sometimes it's harder for us to find those items, but we want to sell all your items. So again, just make sure that you're tagging your items with cardstock. For clothing, we're going to talk about later on, but you're going to apply that either to the front left chest or you're going to use the manufacturer's label that's in the neck, things like that. Okay, we're going to the next page. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about printer troubleshooting because this always happens, I feel like, when we're in a hurry, right? So sometimes it is Adobe just needs to be updated on your phone, and that's free. So, or not on your phone, but on your computer. That's a free app that you can just download. And so sometimes that just needs to be updated. If that doesn't work, it may be your browser. And so you may need to open your tagging site in a different browser. I personally use Chrome, but Firefox is who is recommended by our JBF corporate. And so you can always try that. But if you're a Mac user, which I am not, so I'm totally reading this off, you may have to download your tags first and then print them before it may not let you do it from a print screen in the Mac. Also, sometimes you need to use Google Chrome in Mac because sometimes Safari has issues with sizing or just getting the tags to work. And if all else fails, please just reach out to us and we will try to get you some support, or if we need to print your tags for you. Okay, so another option that you can have if you don't have a working printer, or if you're like me and just ran out of some printer ink, you can download your PDF, all your tags, and you can save that on a little jump drive, or you can email them to Office Depot and then take your own cardstock in and print them right there on their printers, or have them print them for you. Like, that's a super easy way to do it. If you're in the back of Kingwood, I don't think that's called Kinko's anymore. Is it called FedEx? I think you can do the same thing, but I'm not 100% sure because I use Office Depot up in the front of Humboldt. New Caney folks, y'all are going to have to give us some places up there because y'all are growing so fast. I'm not sure where to send you guys, but that Office Depot is on 59, across the street from the mall. So that is an option. Okay. So that's kind of us walking through. Let me look. Okay, we've got Samantha on here. She's a computer one also. She's been doing them one by one. So yes, the rapid entry is going to be amazing for you. And then she says, just to clarify, if we reduce, are we still able to pick up after the sale? Absolutely. The only reason you would not be able to pick up after the sale is if you choose donate. Those are the first items that come off the floor. And so anything that you want to pick up, you do not want to choose donate. In your settings, if you want to donate everything, you can go into your settings, that little the little sprocket. You can go in and say, go ahead and click donate and reduce, and it will do all your tags that way. But if you don't want to donate, then I would just click them one by one as you're going through. Oh, Terrell, I'm here but overwhelmed. You can do this, Mama. I promise. We've been doing this for 14 years, and we are here to support you. And just reach out and let us know your questions. jump into our Facebook group. We have our text number where you can text Abby. It comes to mine and Abby's phone. So we're available by that. We may not be like super quick, like on the spot, but we do respond daily. We're now in sale mode. We are more frequent now, but in the off season, sometimes it doesn't pop up as fast. And so don't be overwhelmed. You can totally do this. I promise. Let's see. What else do we have? No, that's awesome. Okay, y'all, we're going to just rock through this in 30 minutes. That's awesome. Okay, so we talked about our half price and donation. And I promise, once you do a few and you get into the groove, it is just like you get going. And someone, I need y'all to tell me about the texting, the talk to text feature, if you like that on the phone, because that might be something that I need to spend some time doing and teach. It might be super fast. I don't know. Y'all are going to have to give me some feedback. And that's really good. So let's see. Next week, we're going to talk about covering how we're going to tag large and loose items. So we have, let's do a little sneak peek. So week 4 is next week, loose and large items. So that's like pack and plays, anything that we're going to put a yellow ticket on, your strollers, tables, all the really big items, right? And then anything that's loose. So that's going to be toys. That's going to be your baby essentials like bottles and things like that. And then in week 5, we're going to talk about all the things that are hanging. And so hanging is anything clothing or like baby bibs, blankets. We hang carriers, backpacks. So anything we can hang on the racks, we do. But then that's going to be week 5. So we'll specifically go through the different items there so that you guys can have a good idea. But hey, if you're ahead of the game and you need to know, our guide always walks you through these items. And you can also reach out to us and let us know, hey, I don't know how to hang this. And we have pictures of things that we can send you. This is how to hang socks in a baggie flat. So things like that, just reach out to us. We are here to help. But yeah, that's what's happening next week. So again, let's see. Samantha says, if we have a carrier and the box, does it still need to be hung? If it's new and unopened, it does not. We can leave it in the box. That's totally fine. If it has been used, I promise you things sell better that are used on the hanger because people want to touch it and see, is this actually what I want? Is the right color? Things like that. So just something to think about. If you want to send us a picture, absolutely do that, and we'll let you know. What else? What else can I tell you? I had something right on the tip of my tongue before I saw her message pop up. Oh, I know. So if you are in our seller group, we have some fun giveaways going off over the next 4 weeks. And so one launched today. It's part of our social ambassador group. Let me take a quick swig of that. So if you are a seller, we would love for you to join that. We have different prizes that we're going to be giving away over the next 4 weeks for engagement in our seller group. You can also sign up to be a social ambassador, meaning you're going to share some of our posts, and that gets you earlier shopper time on our pre-sale day. I think the time is 10 o'clock. It's you plus 2 guests. So you and 2 of your best friends can shop at 10. And then sellers come in, I think, 10:30, 11. So you get a head start. And I really need to get my schedule in front of me, right? I'm not doing so great here. And so you should jump over there, though, because once a week we have some prizes. Some of them are JBF bucks for money to spend at the sale. We have a Friends Night Out pass that's going to be going out. We have some Skip the Line passes. And then closer to sale time, I know we have an Instagram giveaway. And I don't know if I've said it yet, but we have a sponsor who has bought one of the wonderful wagons. And so we are going to be giving away a wagon at the event this sale. And so that's super exciting for us. We've never done that before. And so, I would have loved to have had one when my kids were that little. Actually, I would love to have one right now just for sale mode because I could be moving things all over the place. They're like the perfect size and height. So we're really excited about that. Again, I see Samantha is going to send me a message. Yeah, I'll chat with you and join our seller group. I'll drop that link in the comments so that you guys can do that. And we're looking forward to our sale coming up. Please let us know how we can help in the best way. If you have not scheduled your drop-off appointment yet, please do that. If we still have some express appointments left, if you want to know what express is, that means I get all my items prepped. I pay $25. I drop them off, and Amanda and Abby's team put them out for me. So it is totally worth it if you are carrying a baby right now, or you just had your baby, or you have all your little ones with you when it's time for a drop off. I think $25 is totally worth someone else putting my items out. And then we also had the DIY option, which is not overwhelming. I just think the express would have been something I would have totally been all over. And we have drop zones that make it really easy. So once you check in, you go to the different zones, drop your items, and then our team places those items out on the floor for you. So go ahead and grab your preferred spot before those start filling up. As it gets closer to sale time, the premium, I would say, like those spots where it's not nap time, I know people will start grabbing. So I'd love for you to grab what the appointment that you want now, and so not wait till last minute. So we are so glad you guys are here, and we will talk to you next week. Abby will be back, and we'll see you then. Y'all have a great night.